Good morning. Yeah. No, it's full moon again. This time it's October the 1st, 2020. I'm in Harpenden, Hertfordshire, where hurricanes hardly ever happen. You're meant to go loopy, aren't you? Lunar. It's lunar is Latin, obviously. I'm quite the reverse. I just actually generally find somehow, and it's difficult to explain this sort of scientifically, but I kind of feel better at full moon. In fact, it's drizzling in England. Sort of not really windy, actually. Anyway. I know that my Redeemer liveth. Mankind's organized religion has probably caused more troubles in the world throughout all time than anything else. And that's not just the Christians amongst themselves, or the so-called Christians. You go down the old Delhi road or whatever it is. In Delhi, there's sort of one side a Muslim and the other side's Hindu, and oh dear. You know, the massive troubles that happened with partition in India and, Pakistan and Bangladesh and all of that in, I think, about 1947, 48. Just as a for instance of this. It's not just the Christians who, or so-called Christians, i.e. Europe, have been fighting religious wars and all that rest of it. In God's name we kill you. Ha ha. Ha. I'm with St. Alban, the first British martyr who saw the light of Christ and knowingly allowed himself to be executed, thereby becoming a martyr for his faith. So his light is shining in this dark world. I've been listening to the follow-up of that presidential debate in America. It is universally condemned as probably the worst. I mean, it was like literally little kids on a playground just slagging each other off about a sort of presidential, a proper debate. A debate requires that one side puts their case, the other side puts their case. You then discuss the differences and the possible synergies, togetherness. Apparently, it was just the most staggeringly awful. Let's keep this going. Otherwise, it turns off after a few minutes. 5, I think. Well, what do young people, no doubt, must have watched this, think, for heaven's sake, when they see the grown-ups behaving so, quite frankly, utterly, appallingly? I haven't seen it, I don't have a television, but I've heard about it. I mean, it just sounded completely... They're talking about they've got to have a button to cut the microphone. We're talking of the leader of the most powerful country in the world, America, the United States of America, basically being an evil, dysfunctional dictator trying to get in to dysfunctionalize the world for another 4 years. I just invented a word, didn't I? Shakespeare could do it. Why can't I? And that's just one matter in this troubled world. I have the absolute answer. It's a 4-letter word beginning with L, love. Love God through Christ. With the love of God through Christ within you. Curiously, actually, it does not sort out all the world's troubles, nor does it just sort of make you feel all warm and woolly and kind of fluffy. Personally, in my journey, in my walk with God, in my daily walk with God, I find that actually I feel more acutely the troubles in the world, the evil about me, because I see more of it. Stuff I hadn't seen before. And I'm getting older. Well, I'm 64, so I'm still sort of just about in my prime. Reaching the peak of my prime, then, shall we say. Right. What to do about it? Love. But it requires more than one person, little me, to get it, as they say. We're human. Christ gave us, forgive our trespasses as we forgive them that trespass against us. For why? Because that is exactly what human nature is. We're bound to fall out. I mean, I don't know how it works, but there are just some people you can't stand. Right, in my case, my rules are, as a Christian, you mustn't fight physically. But you can cuss and swear under your breath about them. Well, you're not even meant to do that, actually. So, I've just confessed. I feel like that dog in the cartoon. Right, anyway, Handel's Messiah. He's a beautiful. Enough of me. So this is my attempt to spread a little love in the world. It's only a small corner. There's light. It's early again. I find I'm more peaceful at this time of day, night. Somehow. I mean, Louis Armstrong had it. What a wonderful world, you know, and he kept that line. I can't argue with this friend, our mutual friends in hospital for a big heart operation. He's an English chap, and he's my sort of age, a little bit younger, but he's gone sort of Buddhist, I think. I mean, there's no point. I know that my Redeemer liveth. This is Handel giving it to us in a much more beautiful form and music. I've sung it, Desire. Not Desire, but shall stand at the last trumpet. Well, I can't argue with him. He just doesn't get it. I can't do this. It's a soprano. But I know that my Redeemer liveth.